So it's pretty simple. We've got 2 leisure batteries here, which will be connected together. There's our fuse box. This black cable here is the one we fitted earlier on in the series, that runs up there, along the top, along there, down there, to there. So 5-core wire. So we can have 1 wire for each item we're using, each individually fused, which is brilliant. This wire here goes to the front, to here. That's going to go underneath through here to the battery, which, if I show you on this, on the Renault Master, is under here. Passenger side step, so I can go straight to the positive terminal on the battery there. And then all this wiring here coming down is for the solar. Here we have a split charge relay, and my plan was to mount this nicely out of the way there. Cabling can come through. There you go, that was clever. Which is there. So you've got one for the leisure battery, one for the van battery. I do have also, actually, in the back here, I do also have our solar controller to mount somewhere. So both those cables actually need to go into here first. And then we'll go out from there to wherever we go. Haven't quite decided where that's going to go yet. Originally was going to put it up here, but as you can see, there's not really enough space, and whoever's coming forward from the cab is going to hit the head on that. I did have an idea. I have enough cable to run along the bottom of the boards to there. I can mount this down here or lay it down there, but that's got to go in line with it as well. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is figure out where everything's going to go. Here is my solution. I ended up coming under the floor. If you're going to do the job, let's do it properly. So I'm going to mount the solar controller to the wall somewhere there. This is the length and roughly the width of our pull-out sofa bed. So that gives me an idea of how much space I've got to play with. Battery's obviously going to be under the sofa bed. This cable is not going to be long enough to reach that far. I could extend it, but then again, it's not really an issue for me to have the solar controller there. Like I said, this will be a storage thing, so I can have a smaller drawer at the bottom. We can pull it out just to access that, because it's not very often you need to access that. Like I said, that is the cabling. That's all going to go to the fuse box. That's our split charge relay, which will reach one of the batteries. Again, batteries I might have to move them down a bit. I've ordered, so that length there, as you can see, is a bit too long. So I've ordered some little ring terminals so I can crimp a new terminal on there. And in here we have 2 battery cables. No, we don't actually. We have more than 2 battery cables. So one of these red ones I'm going to run, as I explained earlier, from the battery positive terminal up under there and come out here to the split charge relay. As I explained earlier, there is 2, I don't know, I need to find out what this little black wire is that's looped around there. I'm guessing it's a ground. Oh, it would be a ground. It would be a ground for the display. So I'll ground that out somewhere. And then, yeah, it's just two nuts, as you can see on there. So yeah, it's hook the battery cable on. You've got an access point there and an access point there, so whichever way around, so whichever way around you want it, you can have it. And I don't think it matters which way around it is, because all this does, would it matter actually? Yes, it does. Second battery positive. So that top one there, that will be the leisure battery. Under here it says start battery positive. So that one there will link to our van battery. This top one will link to the leisure batteries. And as soon as this one reaches, I think it's 13.3 volts, it will switch this on and start sending charge to the rear batteries. When you turn your engine off and the battery voltage drops below that, it will, actually I think it has to drop below 12.7. It then disconnects the circuit. If you're on a site or something and you happen to drain your leisure batteries, then you can still start the car battery. Right, so here's where we're at. Cable for the van battery already run. Nice decent length that should reach there in a moment. If we come around here, we have our relay controller unit thing all screwed onto the side there. That's not clipped in yet. Wires run underneath there, and then I did end up, like I said, running the solar wiring underneath the wood. So that's the solar wiring there out of the way for a moment. I'll deal with that in a mo. This is the fuse for the split charge relay. It comes with a couple of fuse boxes actually, little fuse blocks there. So I might actually put a fuse the other end as well, just to protect it. So that gives me a fair bit of length. I've got to turn the leisure batteries around so that the positive terminal reaches, and then there's a little bridge I can go between the batteries. So I think I'm ready to connect things up. It's mounted quite nicely there. This is really cool. This is a plastic tray, and even underneath there's no metal, so I can screw straight through and not have to worry about if something come loose and it's shorted out any sparks and stuff. So fused there, come through to there, we'll get to that bit in a minute. Under the floor, out of here. So this piece of wood is pretty much the length of where our sofa bed's going to be. So I know this bit here's been boxed in, and I want all the wiring sort of here. So there will be a storage unit here, like drawers or something, or a cupboard, I haven't decided yet. And I've given plenty of space there so that I can, if I need to put a batten along the back or anything, I've got space to move that around. Goes to the fuse, to the battery, and then grounded out to what used to be the old tie-down strap hook. So with the van running, you can see we've got 14.5 volts there, and yes, that's now charging the leisure battery. So yeah, we're on to a winner. So thanks for watching. See you on the next one.